She's a मुंहफट जो 500 करोड़ जो मैंने अपने जिंदगी में नहीं देखी.
They changed me as a person. They changed me as an actor. Fearless person who can and explore magic.
हेलो हाय गाइस, टेलीचक्कर में आपका स्वागत है. मैं हूं फरहान खान. सास और बहू के हमने तरह तरह के अलग अलग रिश्ते तो देखे ही है, बट आज हम जिस सास और बहू के बारे में बात करने जा रहे हैं वो डिफरेंट, यूनिक, अलग तो है ही, बट एट द सेम टाइम डेडली और खतरनाक भी है. जी हाँ, मैं बात कर रहा हूँ हॉटस्टार के आने वाली वेब सीरीज सास बहू और फ्लेमिंगो की. और आज हम बात करेंगे मच मोर अबाउट द वेब सीरीज बिकॉज मेरे साथ है एक्सक्लूसिवली द एंटायर कास्ट ऑफ द वेब सीरीज. Hi guys, welcome to TellyChakkar.
क्या intro है. Thank you sir.
How
Thank
do you?
Motivation by just watching your trailer in the show. I'm
Oh
listening to
my
excitement. All right.
Just give a wad of cash right now.
You mean fifth
Which
May
way you handle the money in the family?
Khajanchi.
Khajanchi.
Take us to the casting process because we have seen like all these beautiful ladies and I've never seen before Avatar.
Yes.
Like a complete action pack. So casting के बारे में बताइए कि how is the casting done and like Isha, Angira, Radhika and even Dimple ma'am for that matter. How is the casting done and what do you have to say on this?
How was the casting done? I don't know, I went through a lot of processes, but finally, I think once we land, it's very clear to me once I find, when the actor finds the character and I'm decided, yeah, this has to be it, then I do tend to fight for that person to play the character, which I did do.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think Radhika and I had spoken about it when we were on Angrezi medium. Dimple, there's no choice because no one wants to experience her saucy Saasgiri if you say no to her. And these two have absolutely sort of fit in to the way I would sort of visualize those characters to be. So it was a no-brainer, yeah, by the end of it.
Talking about this particular one, how will you define your character without giving much for your fans?
I think she's very cool. She's very secure, entitled, self-confident. She doesn't talk much, but जो बोलती है वो काफी कमाल बोलती है.
कमाल बोलती है.
Internal chatter काफी रहते हैं. And yeah.
Kajal is she's the choti bahu of the family and she runs the production department of this multi-crore business.
Achha.
She handles the women on the floor. She's your quintessential soldier girl who she's a muंहफट basically, जो आता है निकल जाता है. Doesn't hold back her emotions so much. Well, she has her secrets which she has over time learned to kind of control and hide away and not show it to the world. She finds a friend in Bijli who's a badi bahu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, coming.
काफी unpredictable is what she is.
काफ़ी अलग है वो काजल से. बहुत ही मेजर्ड है, बहुत सोच समझ कर बात करती है. किसको कब चुप कराना है उसे बहुत अच्छे से आता है. खजांची है. 500 करोड़ जो मैंने अपने ज़िंदगी में नहीं देखे वो संभालती है. बहुत सीक्रेट्स हैं उसके. बहुत एक अलग ज़िंदगी एक्सप्लोर भी कर रही है जो किसी को नहीं पता है. तो बहुत ही लेयर्ड कैरेक्टर है. बहुत अलग दुनिया से, गांव से, अपनी एक उसकी अलग दुनिया है.
What do you think, according to you, can be the USP and the high points of the web series which will definitely hook the fans and audience?
I think it's the relationships all of them have. All their sort of tracks are extremely intriguing and have a lot of twists and turns, and there are a lot of sort of skeletons in the closet that come pouring out one after the other. Cliffhangers are keep you very hooked. I'm not someone who actually watches much, and in spite of that, and I definitely get very fed up when I make my own material and I have to keep seeing it purely because of edit and changes and music and grading. So you have to just keep seeing the footage over and over again.
Yeah.
This is the first time in my life I've actually got very sort of sucked into, like, episodes 6, 7, 8 to have blown me away. And I've watched them. I've really watched it literally like probably 30 times, 35 times because of we have to go through that process. And every time I see something new happening or something else, and or I sort of latch on to another track which is playing simultaneously with the multiple tracks that are playing, and sort of see it with that lens, and it's a very unique experience for me also to go through that, considering it's my own material.
Over the time, you have been getting different characters, different movies, and different platforms. Anand, does he help you giving any sort of suggestion, or does is vice versa thing? How does it goes between you?
Yes, we do discuss work.
So when he heard about this one, Saas Bahu Flamingo, what were his reaction?
He said, just don't even think about it. What are you doing? Why are you here? Go get there and get the audition
Get
done.
there,
Yes,
okay.
just do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Radhika, different projects and characters over time, as I mentioned earlier. How do you see your journey so far, Pataka, then Ray, and now this one? And how do you see your journey so far and things going with you?
I feel really fortunate. I feel really, really grateful. Like, I think I met the right people at the right time. My foundation was really strong because of Pasan Sir, Vishalji and Homi. They changed me as a person, they changed me as an actor, and they gave me wings to fly, and they made me this fearless person who can actually follow her heart and explore magic. So I'm really, really grateful, and I kind of feel proud.
What was your very first impression when you got the script and your character, and what made you say yes for this one?
I really wanted to work with Homi, so that was the first thing. Obviously, the script is really, really, it's been worked upon, really, very detailed role. So I definitely wanted to do it. Yeah, I think it was the script and the director, both
Great.
for me. It's very important who I work with.
Great.
Yeah, so I definitely wanted to work with.
Homi, this one is for you. How do you see this debate of OTT versus theatre? Because you have been into
Versus theatre.
Yeah.
OTT versus big screen, so as a filmmaker, because यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है कि long formats है, you're getting more time to play with your characters and stories, right? So how do you see, and movies का कैसा है कि 2.5 के time में खत्म हो जाता है. How do you see this OTT versus big screen as a filmmaker?
I think OTT doesn't give you the pressure of big screen in terms of just from a business point of view. Big screen relies on your first Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and there's much more sort of at risk for the producer, and therefore the producer will put certain sort of demands on you as a storyteller, saying that, listen, you need to cast so and so, or you need someone who has a table recovery of X amount, or you have to put in these specific songs that will popularize the whole thing, which may not be that true to the narrative. They may not suit the character that well. The song may not be part of what you really want to play with. That happens with theatre. OTT doesn't have that, so it's very liberating on OTT. I love this long format. I didn't think I would, because I don't like to have a long shoot. I'm someone whose attention sort of moves quite fast away from one thing, and I really enjoyed it because I think it was creatively very satisfying, where you had the luxury of time in the sense of, as in you're working your ass off non-stop for 3 months, but the way you can really sink in, the depth with which you can sink in, that luxury I don't think you have when you're doing a quick feature. So that was definitely very sort of satisfying. Beautiful. There's a different joy in seeing something on the big screen, for sure. There's a joy in sitting with a collective group of 300 people and hearing a collective reaction, which you don't get on OTT. So both have their merits, but either way for us, they're both plus because the fact is that it just opens up the game, it makes it a much bigger game, there's much more to play with. You can sort of, I am fortunate enough to be able to delve into whether I want to make a theatrical or I want to do OTT. Right now I'm sort of inclining more towards OTT because I just feel way less restricted. Not that I get restricted, I mean I'd be lying if I say I get restricted on theatrical, but I definitely can do much more of exactly what I want to do on OTT.
Thank you so much for this lovely interaction. So what are your parting words for your fans and audience? May 5th is the date for Saas Bahu Flamingo.
Please watch Saas Bahu Aur Flamingo
On 5th of May,
On Disney Plus Hotstar.
Great. Thank you so much, guys. So
Thank
this
you.
was the cast of Saas Bahu Aur Flamingo. What are your views on the show, and how excited are you for this exciting conversation? Do let us know in the comment section below. For more news from the world of Bollywood digital and television, keep watching TellyChakkar.
hi, this is Radhika Madan, and you're watching me on TellyChakkar.